សម័យអង្គរជាសម័យដ៏រុងរឿងបំផុតនៃប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្រខ្មែរប្រជានារីរស់នៅបានសុខដុមរមនារួមទាំងស្ថាបត្យកម្មសំណង់ប្រាសាទនានាជាច្រើនទឹកតាំងស្នាដៃដ៏ល្អប្រណិតទាំងនេះបានបន្សល់ទុកឲ្យយើងគ្រប់រូបគួរជាទីមោទនៈក្រៃលែង
Greeting everyone, my name is MEYMEY.
Hi guys, my name is CHHOUB SOKNAN.
Greeting everyone, my name is LYHORNG.
Hello everyone, and my name is KHIN.
Hello everyone, my name is RIYA.
Hello everybody, my name is Preah.
Hello everyone, my name is METTA.
Hi everyone, my name is CHANPHALLEKA.
And we are Group 7 from Panyasastra University of Cambodia, and we are excited for you guys to see our video.
And in this video, we're going to explore deeper into gender roles and how it has actively engaged in society, culture, to leadership and daily life, especially in an ancient Asia arena altogether.
So after you know about our topic, we would like to take you to an unforgettable trip to Siem Reap. You'll see how social were structured through the architecture, historical site, and the thousands of carving over 1,000 years ago. So if you're ready to explore with us, let's get started. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our
Bayon Temple,
one of our majestic wonders. So let's dive into the role of men and women and their responsibility back in the late 12th century in ancient time. Come on.
Bayon Temple is one of the most iconic temples in the ancient city of Angkorian, Cambodia. Built in the late 12th century by King Jayavarman VII as his state temple. In the region of King Jayavarman VII, Bayon is famous for its massive smiling stone faces and detailed carvings that reflect the daily life, culture, and history of the Khmer Empire. In the late 12th century, during the peak of the Khmer Empire in the Angkor period, gender roles were defined by a unique balance of household management, economic activity, and religious duty. While men focused more on public, physical, and religious authority, women played a central role in the family life and the economy, especially in trade and financial management.
Women in Angkor period mostly stay close to the home and village. However, their role was not limited to housework only. They were responsible for overseeing daily family affairs, taking care of children, cleaning, organizing household, religion, and ceremony.
So as we closely examine into the bas reliefs of the temple's carvings, we can clearly see the differences between the roles of women and men. Men were often portrayed as warriors, leaders, and public figures because they were mostly associated with these type of positions, protecting, leading, and associating with political, economic problems, as well as official duties. However, this does not mean that women were less important back in the days just because they were shown less on these carvings. In fact, they were frequently shown in maintaining daily life, supporting social structure, and their presence in trading scenes shows how committed they are to economic activities.
As you can see, Bayon Temple is more than just a religious monument. It is a powerful source of knowledge that reveals the ancient Cambodians, especially the role and the contribution between men and women.
The carving in Bayon Temple is not just a written documentary, but it's the historical records, and all the carving stone images show the values, expectation, and the reality of that time.
Another interesting fact to know was that back in the day, women and men were both shown participating in cultural and religious practices, meaning that this was not only men's responsibility, but it was a shared responsibility between men and women in terms of belief systems and spiritually.
PRAK temple was not a religious site. It a sanctuary, a sacred place where people went to pray, perform ritual, and express their religious belief. This saw how important spirituality was in daily life during the Angkor period. People visited the temple to connect with a higher power, seek blessing, and follow religious practice. So, PRAK was not only a physical structure, but also a spiritual center that brought the community together.
PRAK also functioned as a center of learning, similar to a university. Historical records show that it supported many scholars, teachers, and students. It played an important role in spreading knowledge, especially large cities, where education and culture were highly valued. Another important aspect of PRAK temple is how it reflects social structure, especially gender role.
Regarding education, there was a clear differences between men and women. Women had limited access to formal education. Instead, they mainly learned practical skills such as weaving, cooking, and threading. Nevertheless, women from higher social classes may have received some education, especially those who connected to the royal court. For instance, the Queen Indra Devi was a highly educated woman during the reigns of Jayavarman VII. She was not only a queen, but also a respected scholar and teacher. In fact, she taught at Buddhist monasteries and played an important role in promoting education for women. Moreover, she contributed to religious and cultural development, which shows that women in Angkor period could be intelligent, influential, and active in intellectual life. However, men had greater access to education, usually in temples. They learned to read and write in Sanskrit, studied religion, and gained knowledge in administration and law. As a result, they were able to take important roles in government and religious institutions.
When it comes to an occupation, women commonly work as traders in market, where they sold rice, vegetables, fish, homemade goods, agricultural products. In some cases, women also help in farming.
Finally, in terms of religious participation, men generally held higher positions. For instance, in Hinduism, men studied sacred texts, perform rituals, and serve as priests. Similarly, in Buddhism, young men frequently become monks and study the teachings of Gautama Buddha. They learn about karma, suffering, moral behavior, and the path to enlightenment through meditation or serve time as temple servants. And women were considered keepers of purity and good fortune. They serve as attendants or ritual specialists in temples. The 12th century Angkor Wat temple complex in particular was adorned with nearly 2,000 portraits of female divine figures, celebrating their vital roles in maintaining the harmony of the universe and society. For example, Apsaras are celestial dancers or heavenly female figures in Hindu and Buddhist beliefs. In Khmer cultures, they were considered symbols of good fortune, peace, elegance, and divine blessings. The carving suggests that women were not seen only as the caretakers in daily life, but also as important cultural and spiritual figures. The Apsaras represented harmony between humans and the divine world, showing that women held symbolic importance in Khmer beliefs and identity. Their confident posture and detailed representation also imply respect for women's presence and contribution to society and religion.
So based on our tour at Bayon Temple and PRAK Temple, I come to realize it's very important for us to dive in deeply into how our ancestors delivered the message to us throughout the generations. So when we look closely at the sculptures, the architectures, and the thousands of carving, we clearly see that our ancestors intentionally trying to preserve Khmer identity and also trying to deliver a message to the young generation to learn and to know about who we are as a Khmer people.
Coming here and visually seeing what we learned from the textbook, like the carvings on the temples, for example, or gender roles, where we see warriors, leaders as men, apsaras, and women portraying as their roles back in the ancient times.
Mostly men are participating in battle, like holding weapons and caring for a whole family.
Gender role have changed greatly from the Angkorian because of the cultures, encouragement, technologies, and human rights. In Angkorian powers, women are seen respectful to doing a trade and business. Also have their important role to protect their kingdom.
ហើយសម្រាប់ខ្ញុំគាត់ថាទទួលបានការសិក្សាដែលថ្មីរឿងដែលថ្មីច្រើនខាងមែនតើជាពិសេសហ្នឹងគឺនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃហ្នឹងជាក់ស្ដែងតែម្ដងដោយសារតែលោកគ្រូធួកាយគាត់បានប្រាប់ច្រើនខ្លាំងមែនតើតាក់ទងទៅនឹង different role of gender រវាងបុរសនិងស្ត្រីតាំងពីសម័យដើមហ្មងគាត់និយាយហ្នឹងគឺតាំងពីនគរភ្នំរហូតមកដល់អង្គរហើយរហូតមកដល់បច្ចុប្បន្នទៀតហើយគាត់បានបរិញ្ញាហើយប្រាប់ណែនាំច្រើនខ្លាំងមែនតើតាំងពីរបៀបរបបរស់នៅការចិញ្ចឹមជីវិតការសាងសង់ប្រាសាទក៏ដូចជាជីវិតរបស់បុរសនិងស្ត្រីនឹងតាមវណ្ណៈនីមួយៗផងដែរ
សម្រាប់ខ្ញុំការដែលបានរៀនពីរូបចម្លាក់ដូចជាអប្សរាឬក៏ចម្លាក់ផ្សេងៗនៅតាមប្រាសាទបាយ័នឬក៏ប្រាសាទប្រខ័នហ្នឹងគឺបានឆ្លុះបញ្ចាំងយើងឲ្យឃើញច្រើនដូចជាពីរបៀបរបបគ្រប់គ្រងឬក៏វណ្ណៈរបស់ប្រជារាស្ត្រនៅសម័យមុន
សម្រាប់ទស្សនកិច្ចនេះខ្ញុំបានរៀនអំពីដំណើរនៅសម័យអង្គរដែលនៅសតវត្សទី12ដែលបានឲ្យយើងដឹងកាន់តែច្បាស់ធួកាយដែលគាត់បានពន្យល់យកឡើងច្បាស់ក្បោះក្បាញនៅតាមជញ្ជាំងប្រាសាទនីមួយ
ពួកអីនៅសម័យនោះនារីថ្មីបាត់តែគាត់ធ្វើការងារនៅផ្ទះពិតមែនប៉ុន្តែជីវភាពគាត់ប្រសើរច្រើនចំណែកឯធ្វើជំនួញផ្សេងវាអាស្រ័យទៅលើខាងបុរសគាត់ធ្វើជំនួញជាមួយនឹងចិនជាទំនាក់ទំនងការទូតធំជាងគេប៉ុន្តែនារីគឺជាមេដាដៃ100ពេលហ្នឹងព្រោះអីគាត់ការងារគាត់ច្រើនណាស់ក្នុងផ្ទះកំពេចកំប៉ុកអីផ្សេងប៉ុន្តែគាត់ក៏អាចចូលធ្វើទាហានបានដែរព្រោះអីបើសិនជាសម័យហ្នឹងមានសង្គ្រាមប៉ះទាហានប៉ះកងទ័ពអីផ្សេងគាត់អាចចូលធ្វើទាហានបានហើយនឹងបុរសមានសិទ្ធិច្រើនជាង
ខ្ញុំគិតថាដំណើរទស្សនកិច្ចនេះខ្ញុំបានរៀនច្រើនមិនត្រឹមតែផ្នែកទៅលើ gender ហ្នឹងទេតែទៅលើការដោះស្រាយបញ្ហាការធ្វើការងារជាក្រុមភាពសាមគ្គីភាពគ្នាក្នុងក្រុមដោយសារតែយើងដឹងខែហ្នឹងគឺក្តៅខ្លាំងមែនតើប៉ុន្តែក្រុមរបស់ខ្ញុំគឺកោតសរសើរគាត់ខ្លាំងមែនតើថតវីដេអូទាំងថ្ងៃតែទោះបីជាមានឧបសគ្គតិចតួចដែរប៉ុន្តែយើងព្យាយាមតស៊ូជំនះវាបានច្រើន
សម្រាប់ study tour នេះដែរខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍ថាសប្បាយដោយសារវាជាលើកទី1របស់ខ្ញុំតែចូលរួម study tour ជាមួយគេហើយវាបានបញ្ជាក់ប្រាប់យើងផងដែរថាមិនមែនយើងរៀនបានតែទ្រឹស្ដីទេក៏ប៉ុន្តែវាមានអាហ្នឹងតាំងពីយូរលង់ណាស់មកហើយ
ខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍ថាសប្បាយណាស់ពេលដែលបាន trip ទៅអង្គរទៅប្រាសាទបាយ័ននិងប្រាសាទប្រខ័នព្រោះវាជាលើកដំបូងរបស់ខ្ញុំដែលបានទៅទីនោះហើយជាគោលបំណងរបស់ខ្ញុំដែរតែខ្ញុំមានបំណងយូរហើយប៉ុន្តែអត់មានឱកាសដើម្បីទៅប៉ុន្តែលើកនេះខ្ញុំមានឱកាសទៅ
From my perspective, I think this journey has brought me so much joy, yet a lot of challenges and obstacles that I have to face. I've learned that learning can come in many ways, not just sitting in a classroom and with a book, with a pen to write down something.
I really appreciate to our teachers, Puthy, and our organizers and everyone who involving in arranging this tour. It's such a great meaningful learning experience for us all and also a chance for us to get to know each other and work together as a team.
So lastly, I want to shout out to my teammates that they are really work so hard for these video projects. And thank you for sacrifice under the sunlight.
And I'm thankful for a new lesson these 2 days that we travel all the way from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap to shoot a video project. We don't really know each other at first, but this work, because of this project, brings us together. We share ideas and we share opinions about literally everything that we have to do. So it's because that we share the same mindset. Because we share the same mindset, so we can work together more smoothly and we can agree with each other much more faster.
សំឡេងភ្លេងជាតិសាច់ដាំងស្មារតីពងសាយវិដាលបីនាមមាជាខ្មែរស្មោះត្រង់អងអាចខ្លាំងក្លាពូកែញញឹមមានស្នេហ៍ខ្មែរពូជអ្នកជាឈរមុំគ្រប់ទិសដោយគ្រឿងអង្គរផ្ទាំងចំឡាំងថ្មបន្តពរនីវប្បធម៌ចំណាំងប្រវត្តិយូរយាដែនព្រះរាជាណាចក្ររុងរឿង